Class 3A girls volleyball, the Sweet 16 teams are out, and Mattoon High School is in. The Green Wave defeated Benton in straight sets 25-21 and 25-17, advancing to the sectional championship game. With a win tomorrow night, it would be the first sectional championship for Mattoon since 1987, and only the third in school history. They have to get the win first, though, and it will have to get it against Columbia High School, who's also a top seed. First serve is at 7 from Benton, Illinois. Some of the results: Danville, Edwards County, and Kansas high schools are heading to the sectional championships. Danville defeated Strasburg 25-12 and 25-20, advancing to face Mount Pulaski in the Chrisman final. Edwards County High School will play Kansas after defeating Newton 25-12 and 25-14. Kansas got to the Flora final by defeating Anna Jonesboro in 3 sets. Both games are tomorrow at 6, with the winner advancing to super sectionals. Now, speaking of success, Parkland volleyball is almost synonymous with it this season. After posting a 49-2 record, the Cobras begin the playoffs with the Region 24 tournament tonight, ranked number 1 in the nation in the latest Division II polls. They play Rend Lake, whom Parkland already beat in straight sets earlier this year. First serve is at 6, with the winner traveling to Belleville for the regional final. Now, the Eastern Illinois football win streak is coming home this weekend, and a victory would make them 5-1 in conference and 0-4 everywhere else. We all know by now the Panthers started the season 0-5, but that's the beauty of college sports. You can go winless half the season, but if you win your conference games, you can make the playoffs. Eastern will need to be careful of how they play Saturday, though, with the best team in the OVC, Jacksonville State, coming up next week. Panthers head coach Kim Dameron is doing his best to make sure this isn't a trap game and keep the defense focused against the Racers' spread offense.
We want to have guys who can run, and because the league and college football in general is now played in the perimeter. So we've got to have guys who can make plays in space, and that's the thing that we've tried to do.
Kickoff is at noon from O'Brien Field in Charleston. You can listen to the game on Hitmix 88.9 and watch the game right here on WEIU TV. Now finally in sports, 2 members of that Panther football team are receiving national recognition. Cameron Grugier Hill and Jalen Whitlow both won College Football Performance Awards following Eastern's win on Saturday. Grugier Hill won the FCS Linebacker of the Week, and Whitlow won the FCS National Quarterback of the Week. Savannah, Brittany, back to you.
Well, we get one day of sunshine, one day of rain. Looks like tomorrow we're on the rainy side of the Skywatch forecast. Another check of conditions in Effingham, Robinson, Tuscola, and all the area next.
But first, one fast food employee gives you more than just your food at the drive-thru window. You might just get a laugh with your lunch. We'll have more in tonight's party story. All right, well, thank you, Lacey, and thank you for joining us tonight.
If news is happening in your community, let us know by dropping us an email at news@weiu.net.
And at that same email, you can also send us your weather pictures.
Have a good night and join us again tomorrow here on the area's only local newscast on PBS.
We start with the Eastern Illinois women's basketball team, who has some catching up to do on the offensive side of the ball. Through 2 games this season, the Panthers are shooting 29% from the field, well below the mark Eastern shot last year. One player in particular, forward Sabina Orasova, shot 44% from the field last season, but in the first 2 games has only made 9 of her last 29 shots. She's still cleaning up the boards, recording double-digit rebounds in both games. After the loss to IUPUI yesterday, Eastern is 0-2, heading into Friday's game against Florida State. Now, it was a poor shooting performance from both teams in the Indiana game as well, but St. Louis University still came out on top. Now 1-1 on the season, the Sycamores were led by Devontae Brown, who shot 6 of 10 from the field, scoring 17 points and nabbing 5 rebounds. ISU was only down 1 at the break, but the Billikens pulled away in the second half for a 69-56 victory. The Sycamores return to action Saturday against Brown. Now playing on the basketball courts for once, Eastern Illinois volleyball travels to Murray, Kentucky tomorrow for the Ohio Valley Conference Tournament. The Panthers will face Eastern Kentucky at the Racers volleyball-only facility, setting up a rematch for the first round of the OVC tournament last season. In that match, Eastern traded sets with EKU until falling in the 5th set 15-8. This year, however, the Panthers have already beaten the Colonels, which was part of a 4-game win streak to close out the year and make the postseason. First serve is tomorrow morning at 10 from Racer Arena. Nationally, the NGCAA and JCAA is gearing up for their volleyball championships, and Parkland is the #1 seed in Division II. The Cobras take on 16-seed Metropolitan Community College from Phoenix College in Arizona after finishing the regular season 49-2. Parkland has made the tournament every year since 2006, but they have yet to win since 1999, finishing a runner-up last season. First serve is tomorrow at 1. Now, it's not nationals, but the Illinois High School Association state finals are 2 games away from deciding a champion. Locally, Tuscola and Maroa Forsyth will square off for a trip to the title game. The Warriors are coming off a win against Chester, while the Trojans thrashed Athens to reach the semifinal. In the second round, Tuscola knocked out top-seeded Lawrenceville, but they'll face a Maroa team this time that has won every game by double digits this postseason. Kickoff is at 2 from Tuscola. And finally, in sports, the team that wins Saturday will return to Champaign for the IHSA Football State Championship after 1 year away from Memorial Stadium due to the Big Ten expansion. Last season, Husky Stadium hosted the event in DeKalb, and NIU will continue to do so on odd years until 2021. Now, in the meantime, some warmer temperatures are coming our way. When we come back, we'll have another look at conditions in Arcola, Effingham, Paris, and all the area next. But first, talk about a little cheeser. Queso is one adorable little pup, but he has one major hang-up with doors. Thanks for watching. This is Newswatch on WEIU.